You want all this pimping you can't afford. Perform like a punk, but wanna win his reward. Some suckers give you points, but bitch, you never scored. If you ain't paying pimping, then bitch, you getting ignored. Okay, I'm so sick of these.
We applying pressure around this motherfucker. Bitch definitely gonna get sweated around this motherfucker. Yeah, bitch, you came with a circle full of pimps. Bitch, you finna get it too, ho. Oh, the bitch made it through. She made it through. She broke through the barrier. Hold on, ho. It's some pressure being applied around here. It's some real pimping though, bitch. Oh, the hoe act like she never been called a bitch before, huh?
Man, we ain't worried about all that. If you come fucking me, you ain't gotta worry about gas. He got you already. You know what I'm saying? I got a long tank. What's happening? She don't really breathe. That's number one, baby. Yeah, number one. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, so obviously I'm a little bit late speaking on this video. I saw the video early on when it was put on social media, but I didn't realize it was such a hot topic. And, you know, it's such normal shit to me, being that I lived the lifestyle, you dig. It was normal shit. It's shit that I've seen a million times. So it wasn't nothing, you know, extraordinary to me, but obviously a lot of people felt the need to speak on it. So I'm going to go ahead and give my take on it. Now, you got a lot of dudes on YouTube and social media, what have you, talking about they felt embarrassed as black men, this, that, and the third. Listen, you know, first of all, y'all speaking on something that you ain't got no idea about, you can't relate to, you haven't been through, so on and so forth. That's like me. I ain't no gangbanger, never been a gangbanger, anything close to that. That's like me speaking on a gangbanging encounter like I'm speaking from the perspective of a gangbanger when that ain't my life. You dig? I can't relate to that personally. I've observed a lot of things just like y'all squares observe a lot of shit about pimping and hoeing. But unless you can speak from experience, you really shouldn't give an in-depth opinion about that. So, yeah, you could say you embarrassed as a black man, this, that, and the third, but them dudes don't represent you and you don't represent them. You dig? Two completely, totally different lifestyles. You a square who probably don't never go outside. These is pimps that be down outside all the time, or alleged pimps. Now, you got a lot of black women that say what they would have did and wouldn't have did in the situation. But anybody who pays attention to that video, you can see that the girl was clearly enjoying that shit. She was smiling. She was playfully running around so that they could chase her ass. And, you know, she would have got back in the car if it was that big of an issue. She would have never even pulled up to that gas station if she didn't want that. Like I say all the time, acknowledgement is encouragement. And she acknowledged it, so she encouraged that behavior in those young men. So they gave her what she wanted. That's what she wanted, obviously. And also, I see a lot of dudes that supposedly pimps on social media. A lot of y'all dudes who ain't nobody never heard of, ain't nobody been down with you. The extent of your pimping is on the internet, and it don't go past that. You dig? Other than that, you just a make-believe character on social media talking about what a pimp don't do and what a pimp does do, this, that, and the third. A lot of y'all motherfuckers with an opinion about that video obviously ain't never lived a lifestyle. Talking about, oh, ain't one pimp in the video. These dudes is thirsty and this, that, and the third. Obviously, you have not lived a lifestyle, because if you have lived a lifestyle, you would be able to speak from a pimp's perspective. A lot of y'all dudes ain't speaking from a pimp's perspective. See, I'm somebody that's very familiar with the lifestyle, right? Now, have I ever moved like that? Have I ever been, you know, aggressive on a female like that? No. Is that my style now? No. But have I seen it work? Yes. On various occasions. You dig? See, a lot of y'all dudes ain't never been outside and been around pimps and watched pimps at work and pimped with pimps and pimped yourself. So you wouldn't know from experience that that type of shit works with certain bitches. It just does. And certain pimps might have missed out on the bitch if they didn't move in that fashion. Prime example, like myself, I'm young in the game, right? I'm down with my partners. Little white bitch come walking past, she obviously digging on me, but I didn't strike while the iron's hot. I'm Mr. Cool. You know, I guess I was in whatever mode to where I felt like I was, you know, too high and mighty to pop at the bitch or whatever the case may be, right? So one of my partners, he moving just like the dudes at the gas station on the bitch. He blocking her in, not letting her walk, getting all in her motherfucking ear, you know what I mean, bumping up against her, all type of shit. But just like the girl at the gas station, this little bitch is smiling and giggling and being playful with him the whole time. Next thing you know, he ends up with the bitch. You dig? Now, months later, I ended up with the bitch, but you know what I mean? In that moment, he was the better man. You dig? Because he gave her what she wanted. In that moment, she wanted me to sweat her like that, but I wasn't the one. And my partner, he ended up sweating her like that, and he ended up coming up with the bitch. You dig? So that's a prime example of, even though that's not my get down, I'm not going to condemn it because I've seen it be effective. But a lot of you dudes speaking on the situation that call yourselves the pimping, you obviously not the pimping, because if you ain't ever seen a pimp move like that, then you not the pimping. And just because you think a certain way don't mean that's the way for every pimp to think and for every pimp to move. Because a lot of y'all motherfuckers ain't really pimps in the first place. You just charlatans on the internet pretending to be something that you're not. You dig? But the bottom line, all you squares speaking on the shit, that's normal shit. If you go outside and live and move around cross country like pimps and hoes do, you see that type of shit all the time. You dig? Didn't nobody get hurt. They didn't try to rape the girl. They didn't even try to get violent with the girl. They didn't try to rob her or no shit like that. They was popping pimping, and she was smiling the whole time. She enjoyed it. They gave her what she wanted. You dig? So, bottom line, don't make it a bigger deal than what it was, because it wasn't that big of a deal. And, you know, don't knock something that you can't relate to. Don't even speak on shit that you can't relate to. But I know y'all gonna do it anyway, because that's what y'all do. Troll the internet, you dig? But that's my take on it. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell when you subscribe so you get notified about Freezes It. And of course, as always, put some love in your life, man. This shit gonna help you avoid a whole lot of health problems in the future, you dig? Hydrate yourself one time. I ain't no better, I'd say you tryna seduce a pimp. That coochie is Gucci, but you can't make me overuse it, bitch. Just hit her with some reverse pimpin' psychology so she can make a move and we can get to some biology. A pimp gotta cover his tracks, that's all a part of it. So when she blame a pimp in our argument, bitch, you started it. Bitch, I'm gon' fuck on you, 'cause you been down getting a pimp's money.